All right, so we are now going to use that our Disney discussion to segue into movies, and actually, you know what? Let's talk about some TV first. Have you watched Andor?
Yes, I recently just finished the season finale.
Did you finish it? Okay.
Yeah,
Haven't started it.
It's really good.
Watch it.
It's
actually a really good show.
It's a
It's the Star Wars one, right?
Yeah, but it's honestly like HBO level.
it's
Is it giving you better vibes than Mandalorian?
It might. So they're very different shows.
Yeah.
Because Mandalorian is like classic Star Wars in a sense.
Yeah.
Andor honestly feels like it's Star Wars for grown-ups.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not saying that like if you're a kid, like it's just like it really is, and not just because of the subject matter they're dealing with, but it's more just like the tone and just, but even just like the writing, like it's just like the conversations, like it's like there's subtle things that like, and like one of my YouTube man said it perfectly, like it's like this show expects its audience to come up to its level of intelligence.
Yeah.
Like it's like it doesn't sugarcoat or lay too many things out in front of you. Like a perfect scene, like the scene in, I don't know if it was the last episode, but when Mon Mothma was accusing her husband of gambling.
Yes.
Right? But it's like there was a deeper subtext to that. Because it was just like she knew the driver was listening. Yeah. So she was just like playing it off to make it seem like the money that she was laundering to help the rebellion was actually from his gambling. So it's little subtle things like that where it's just like you really have to pay attention, and there's a lot of like just little nuances layered into the show. So it's like it really gives me like HBO
top
level kind of quality within Star Wars, like storytelling, writing, character development. Like it's on that type of level. So it's like I might put it. They're both really good because Mandalorian season 2 is like really good, and I honestly think Mandalorian season 3 that comes out in like February is gonna be like really good when they deal with fucking Mandalore and shit, right? When they go back, who rules it and shit. Mm-hmm. But Andor is just like it's literally Star Wars. It's like an HBO political show within fucking where you see spaceships and shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
that's exactly what it is.
That's really what it feels like. So. I really liked it, and I thought it was elite. And you know the monologue that he gave at the end
of the when he was talking
Luthen, Stellan Skarsgård's character, when he gave that
really good actor.
That he's such a good fucking actor, and like that monologue is so good, it's so elite. Like I was telling Curtis, like I'm like, acting classes are going to be using that monologue going forward, like. People in acting classes when their teachers like go home, practice a monologue, and we're gonna do it next week. People are gonna start coming into class with that monologue from Star Wars. Yeah. Like what have you sacrificed? Remember he's like, what did you sacrifice? He's like when he was like, I sacrificed seeing a sunset that I'll never see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I sacrifice having peace. I sacrifice having friendship. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he. So good. Like it's honestly one of the best monologues that I've heard. Like
describing what you have to really sacrifice for this rebellion, for this thing to work.
Yeah.
You have to give it your all. Got to go all in.
This show just even from a lot of levels, it just talking about the system and just about how like how it got into like the idea of tyranny and how oppression for oppressors to oppress, it takes effort. Yeah. Right. So they like to get lazy, and that's what the show's about. That's when
you're supposed to go in,
right? Because they get lazy and they, you know what I mean, they get comfortable with it, right? So it gets into a lot of deep. It's really good. It's really good. It's one of the best Star Wars stuff in like a really long time
overall, actually. Yeah.
And even that, like, it's one of the best shows on Disney Plus, like that they've dropped for sure. It's that elite. Like it's that elite.
I'll definitely check it out.
No, definitely check it out. It's good. It's good. And I don't know if we talk about House of the Dragon last time?
Yes, we did.
We did, okay.
Briefly, I think.
So yeah, show's done now. Obviously, that shit is elite. That shit was absolutely amazing. House of the Dragon, absolutely amazing.
Next season.
Dimps, I know you never watched into Game of Thrones, but House of the Dragon, you can still
you should watch that too, Dimps.
Still get into it, you know.
All right, I'll check it out too. That's on. It's on Crave.
That's on Crave still.
Yeah. HBO, right?
HBO.
So yeah, before we go into movies, is BLT a real sandwich?
Yeah.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Is it a real sandwich? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think it's a real.
There's no protein, but it's still
it is like the bacon's there, but it's like usually bacon's kind of like a compliment.
Yeah, you're supposed to have like sandwich meat on top of the bacon. Or something like
yeah, like,
you know, something else with it.
So but if you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, there's no.
That's just peanut butter and jelly, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's just a BLT. It's bacon, lettuce, tomato.
They just feel like it's empty. You feel like it's missing something.
No, so this I don't know what my answer would be, but like I
would say it's a sandwich. It's like saying if is tomato like a fruit. Technically, it is.
No, I like your other analogy was probably better about the
peanut butter jelly.
The peanut butter like.
That's plain. I mean, it's two ingredients.
Two things, but it's still like so.
I guess anything in between.
Two pieces of bread. That's what I'm saying. Is it just the definition of anything between two pieces of bread?
No, they're telling you what it's in between the two pieces of bread: bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Yeah, but I feel like a sandwich is supposed to have like a little bit more than just bacon. You know, but as like the primary like.
I think anything that you can put in between two pieces of bread,
it's considered a sandwich.
Like next. So I'm
saying lettuce, bread. That's a sandwich.
It's a lettuce sandwich.
Yeah, it's a lettuce sandwich.
I guess so. I guess it's a veggie sandwich.
Technically,
yeah,
it's a sandwich.
It's a
so that's what
you can go out and order that. That's on the menu.
No, you can't at like Subway and shit.
Yeah, you just get bread.
Yeah, no, you're right. So that's why I guess I was more like.
I've tried a BLT. I've had it.
No, I'm saying I eat BLTs, but I remember I heard someone be like, "Yo, BLT, a bacon's like a
side,
a meat."
It's like an add-on. It's
add-on or something.
It's an extra. Bacon,
it definitely is an add-on. It definitely is an add-on.
But you're right.
If you're trying to watch your proteins, if you're doing keto.
No, but you're right when you think about just like
a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, like when you boil it down to that, like it's just like.
Yes.
I guess the definition of sandwich should be anything in between two pieces of bread, right? So.
Whatever. Sometimes you get more lettuce and you do bacon and stuff too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like
give me less. Whenever you get less on a sandwich, they always give you bare lettuce. So, I'm like, I don't want that.
So the bread constitutes the sandwich, not the actual
product
internals.
No,
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it was based on, that's what I was saying. Like, so basically, it's.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to that. Right? I hate when I go to Subway because I go to Subway a lot recently, and I'm like, yo, like. Can I have a turkey? Like, can I have like sub? Always Thursday, sub of the day, turkey. I'm like, yo, can I just get a full on turkey sub?
Yeah.
And then they go, so yeah, and they go all the time. I have like 4 sauces on my sandwich, so
extra mayo for me.
But they always fucking put so much lettuce. Like when they literally everything else you're stingy on, but the lettuce. It's just like
the lettuce.
They grab it and
they're like. I'm like, hey, like I don't.
And then they grab more.
Yeah, and then the other half, and I'm like, where's the love with that when you put the meat on? Because like you put like 6 slices of turkey. I'm like, give me like 9.
Yo, don't even get me started. Like they lay it so it's like just touching the next piece. So it's like 4 pieces max. Yeah. Kind of across the whole.
And then they try to fold it to make it seem like it's a lot.
Nah, fuck out of here, man.
Like, you're folding one slice.
Put it at the end too.
Put like 10 slices in that bitch.
And make sure you put it at the end. Because when I get to the end of the sandwich, I'm not just
putting lettuce and bread.
The turkey's hanging out the bread.
Yes.
The turkey's past the bread.
Yeah, don't fold up the shit, bro. Just leave it.
That's crazy.
Fuck out of here, yo.
Let me, you know what? Let me make my own sandwich.
Yeah, let me get back there. No, facts. All right, we'll get into some movie talk right now. So, you've seen Black Adam?
Yeah.
Or no? Yes? Yeah? Okay, so what did you guys think?
It's whatever, bro.
I spoke about with you.
I don't know, bro. I just can't take The Rock seriously.
Like,
bro.
for me, it's like, I thought it was one of The Rock's, like, better movies. Like, you know what I mean? I know it did take him a long time to actually get this movie into full effect, but the plot was whatever. I think the only thing that took away from that I will say about that movie, I'm like, he was catching bodies in that movie. But he was catching bodies.
He might have caught he might have caught over 100 still.
Yeah, like I was saying, he caught bodies in that movie. That's why I was like, I wasn't mad at the action side of it. The story was kind of weak. The kid annoyed me.
A lot of people were saying the kid was like the most. It's funny.
His acting wasn't really the greatest. Like the way he's talking, I guess.
Well, yeah, okay, but he's just annoying.
You really want to do that?
Yeah, like his talking. Yeah,
that's
exactly what it was.
I was like, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Stop acting like you're acting.
Stop saying you're acting.
Yeah, like trying too hard. It seems like.
I did like the fighting scenes, even with the one between him and the guy and the hot guy, like the
fucking lava man.
Yeah,
what's his name?
The black man. The black man, the guy who's dressed up.
Hawkman.
Yeah. Even that fight, even that fight they had like close to the end, like that was sick.
The fights were cool.
I liked Idris Hodges. I liked Pierce Brosnan because Pierce Brosnan is just my guy.
Who was he?
He killed it.
Dr.
Fate.
Was he? That was him?
That's
I think it's aging.
I
I didn't even know that was him.
That's my guy still. That's my James Bond. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah. That is that.
Yeah. That's my
That's
Bond.
the James Bond I grew up on still.
Mm-hmm. That's from our, because that's when we would have been like.
He had a deep run. I think he has.
He had like GoldenEye.
Yeah, he's from the early 90s.
They each do like 3-4.
Yeah, he had like 5 or something.
Yeah.
He had a good run. They all have a good run for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I liked like the visual effects in it looked really good. Like I liked how Dr. Fate's like costume looked.
Yeah.
How they kind of
I like his movements, his magic,
portrayed his powers and his abilities. Hawkman's armor
really
looked
cool.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you said, like the kid wasn't a great aspect of it.
He had too many parts for me.
The story was non-existent. The plot not.
There was some funny parts, like the girl's friend or whatever. Like at the beginning, the fat guy, he was low key funny.
The brother.
Oh,
the brother. He was low key funny. I'd be laughing.
Yeah.
At some part. But other than that, like I was like,
I just felt like a lot of it was rushed too. Like,
there was no character development.
No,
none.
There was no.
The Rock can't lose. So
no strong plot.
No.
There was the dialogue was not great.
Yo, when The Rock was voice acting as the father, you know, like. Bro, that movie's hilarious, bro. I'll take it for what it is.
And and like I said, the CGI when they just put his D's head on the small body, you're just like, that was so bad. That was so bad.
Yeah, it was bad. It's like
his head on the small body was so bad. That CGI was so bad. No, like
this big ass budget film, and that's what you guys mess up.
Because he's just so D's that the head is just like on the small head, just
unproportionate.
Yeah,
his head
so big,
and
his neck, so you can see the line from his neck. You can't cut that.
So big, like, and like the thing, like I don't know, man, like again, like I guess that's the good thing about the good thing about movie, even music, is that it and art. I guess that it's subjective, right? And that like everyone will have like their own opinion on it, like you know what I mean. Like someone could really enjoy something and it like makes their life.
Yeah, it's like the guy at the end of the movie.
Again, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like we were sitting there like
just whatever.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay, this man caught bodies, which is like funny to see. But then right in front of us, like the movie ends and the man turns to his friend and he's like, "That was an excellent movie, not a good excellent." Man said excellent, excellent. And then like I got my guy Demar looking at me like, "Did I miss something?" Like, like
it's definitely.
I couldn't even help myself. Like it was kind of just like I heard it and I looked at it. I was like, "Whoa, what?"
That's crazy.
It's definitely watchable.
It's watchable.
It's definitely watchable, but it's just like I can't take it seriously. And unfortunately for DC and like Black Adam, like the characters, like it's really dope to see the characters, but sometimes it's like,
give it like a 5.56.
You could have brought a little bit of a darker tone to
like a 5.4.
Black Adam.
Like a 5.5.
Black Adam needs a darker tone still.
Might be like a 5-ish.
Yeah, it's like a 4.5.
I don't know. It was.
Like I'll definitely watch it.
I would say
I'll watch it to go to bed.
Until the point where he actually pulled up and started catching bodies. I did like the lead up into it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, like it's
after the fact where he like breaks out, he starts catching bodies. Like after that point, it kind of like went down a bit. But the leading point to it was actually pretty.
I didn't really care too much for the slow motion effects that they had. It felt like some of it was unnecessary.
Yeah,
like some of the slow mo that they had.
Yeah,
I'm like, I get it. He's moving really fucking fast, but this shit is lame.
Oh yeah, like one of those scenes, like the missile part when they shot a lot of missiles at him. That one looked kind of like.
I'm like, speed this up. It would have been cooler to like if you did a quick slowdown and then like sped it up right away to see all of it take place.
Yeah, some people think it's alright, some people think it's excellent.
That's the beauty of movies, beauty of entertainment, right, and art. So right,
definitely subjective.
Yeah. So it was alright.
Another movie.
All right, so let's get into a better movie. Well, better movie to me anyway. I don't know. I feel like Dims. I haven't really gotten Corey's thoughts on it.
Superman at the end of Black
Adam.
Oh
yes, yeah.
That's what I'm mad for Superman. I'm happy he's back.
Henry Cavill's back,
Henry Cavill's back.
Y'all know I've been preaching about Man of Steel for years, and like I've been saying Man of Steel is an underrated movie. So it's definitely good to see Henry Cavill back.
You think they're actually gonna fight and The Rock's gonna lose? Because apparently The Rock can't lose.
No, he'll probably lose. Because there's in Bear interviews, he'll be like, I'm the strongest person on this planet. And he'll come out and be like, yeah, like it's a shame that Warner Brothers did this to DC, like on a realer level.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
So
he better, because you're definitely going to lose the first bout.
Yeah, so I think they'll definitely fight at some point.
Yeah.
And,
they might tease it for the whole movie, bro.
Yeah. All right, so you guys want to get into Wakanda Forever?
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. So yeah, I've seen it twice now.
Same. I've seen it just once, but.
So what'd you think, Khorie? We haven't really talked to you about it.
I liked it. I honestly liked it. I don't know.
Because people have been like it's. I don't want to say it's divisive because the majority of people have been liking it, but there are people coming out and being like that they didn't like it or they I don't know, that it wasn't that great. Like it was okay. It was good. It was okay, but it wasn't like great.
Everybody's coming off the high of the first one, and we don't have T'Challa. We don't have the actual. You know what I mean?
The character. Like yeah, not just the actor, but the character.
So, I enjoyed it for what they had to do, losing Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
I appreciate where they went. The tone. I liked it. I actually thought it was enjoyable.
I liked it. I really like. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good also.
For what they had to do, like I really, really liked it and appreciated it. It was cool. It was dope to see Namor and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That happened.
Great villain.
Yeah, he did a good job. Shuri, I was good to see her, but I feel like they're eventually gonna do a time skip at some point, because at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like the next one might be a time skip Black Panther.
And the only thing
because I don't think Shuri's probably Shuri is the actor is coming back. Is she? I don't remember. I remember they were having beef or something like that.
No, but I think they kind of resolved that.
Okay.
I think they resolved that.
Okay. So if she does, then she'll probably come back. But I can see them doing a time skip, and since they introduced the son, I feel like there will be a time skip for him to be the next one.
I really like in the movie. I like the movie's good. Like I said, I liked it just as much as you guys did.
Mm-hmm.
I just the only thing I said when the movie was done, I was like the fighting in it was kind of weak. It wasn't really that much.
Yeah, and so I figured I said this in my own review. Like I said myself, the action was underwhelming. But again, the first Black Panther is like that, and because I noticed in the second one, I was like, maybe he's just purposely not putting as much attention to the action because he wants people to focus more on the story. Yeah. And I'm not trying to make excuses for it, because it's like, like if you're gonna put action scenes, try and make them to the best of your ability.
But there was good. But I'm saying the final fight scene, there was good act. Like there was even the part where they're
I understand what you're saying, because to me it's also like underwhelming fight scenes. Like it's. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
the best fight is probably the best fight in that movie is probably like the highway scene, like before like they take.
Yes, between Okoye and Atuma. Yeah, that's the best fight.
Because the last fight was hella sus.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why it's just like, even in the first one, none of the Black Panther's fighting scenes stuck out to me like any of the scenes that he fought when he was in Civil War.
Yeah, because that's when he actually got busy.
Because in Civil War, he was doing fucking triple kicks and shit when he was chasing Bucky.
Yeah, bro. The first time he was chasing Bucky, that was one of the greatest.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Action right there ever.
So that's why it's just great. Like, I'm with you on that. And that's one of my biggest gripes, too. Is there anything else? I have some stuff to say.
But it's also, I guess, because they didn't put as much action because Shuri didn't want to be the Black Panther. And so I guess maybe they just wanted to focus on her story.
Yeah.
As opposed to just kind of filling it up with... Because it's just been a sad time in Wakanda this whole time. So I guess they kind of just wanted to focus on that sad time. And then maybe the next one, it'll be something different.
But, do you have anything else, Dims?
No, it was good, though.
So I really liked it. I guess my big things is I really like that they focus on like the geopolitical state of like the Earth. Like Wakanda came out in Black Panther 1 finally to the world saying we're a superpower. We have all these resources. So it basically put them on top, right? But then there's also, it opened up with the scene of the Queen in the UN basically being like the French tried to come in
and take it.
And it's just like within this movie there's a lot of layered nuances of real life.
Yeah, what happened if...
How the French invaded Haiti. Yeah. And there's just all these little things about how even Nakia is located in Haiti with her son. Like, they did that. There's a lot of little things that Ryan Coogler laid out in this movie that it's like, honestly, like, really, really on a bigger concept, right? But it's like, I really like that aspect of it. And I think where a lot of people are finding gripes with the movie is they're upset about Shuri's arc. I've been hearing people complaining about like her becoming Black Panther. And I was just like, okay, like in this movie, they had to set up Namor, which is one aspect of the movie. Yeah. They had to cover the geopolitics, like Wakanda coming out as a superpower. But then because they made the choice that we're not going to recast T'Challa, we're going to move on to the sister, they made that decision. So within the movie, they have to address the fact that she's becoming that mantle, right? So I'm like, so I was explaining this to Shanaz because I'm like, I understand where if they just recasted T'Challa, you wouldn't even have to have that whole arc of her becoming Black Panther, and they would really just focus on Namor and the state of the world and U.S. trying to invade things for vibranium and shit like that, and they could have focused more on that. But to me, anyway, that was the main part of the movie is the geopolitics, is like the Wakanda coming out and Wakanda in danger because they lost their protector and their king and they're vulnerable and they think and other countries think they're vulnerable, so they try and exploit them. But while that's happening, and because that happens, we have to figure out, and because the protector happened, or T'Challa passed and the protector passed, they had to figure out and make a new protector because shit was happening to them.
Because now they're discovered they have some of the strongest metal in the world.
Exactly. So to me, the arc is like kind of secondary to the geopolitics going on in the movie. Yeah. So that's why I really liked about the movie, the fact that they were dealing about world powers and shit like that.
And what would happen if an actual new civilization
just came out of nowhere and just came and was just basically on top.
Or what the colonizers did.
And what they would do.
Found their metal, the precious metals, and now they're streaming up the whole land trying to take it, going their military. And
so I really like how they dealt with all that and all the other, like the little stuff like them. And again, and how people were coming out and being like, oh, they're mad they didn't recast T'Challa. They basically did.
They did.
They did.
Like introduction. If you pay attention to what comics do and Marvel and stuff,
they always restart and kind of pass. And that's what that one really got me because I don't know, I'm a father, but him being like, I'm Prince T'Challa.
Now, I don't even have a kid yet, but like that shit made me proud too.
That shit got me.
He knows who he is and he's already proud.
So emotional.
And that's how you should raise your kids, to be proud of their name and their parents, and be proud to be.
And like, there's people complaining about like, oh, like now you can't do like you can't do him and Storm, and I'm like, no, now you can exactly do T'Challa and Storm.
Because now they've entered the mutant stage.
And it's like Storm could just be like a young prince in her own village right
around the street,
as opposed to like T'Challa, Chadwick's T'Challa,
because he's still a T'Challa.
He's still a T'Challa anyway.
Exactly.
But instead of being linked with Nakia, he can actually, so that's where I'm just like, all these things that we kind of wanted or could still, like, they kind of like did address it in the end by doing that whole sun reveal. Yeah. So that's where it's just like, I could see you having your gripes about.
But look at the bigger picture.
Look at the bigger picture.
They introduced. Exactly. They introduced him for a reason.
Exactly.
Because Shuri's only holding it down for a period of time. Just like in the comics, she only held it down for a period of time.
Exactly, and then passed it back to him.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I was trying to, and that's where I was just like I get the gripes and the problems, but I'm just like, if you really think about it and take it, and if you really just look at the movie as a bigger thing than just a movie, and the message that he's really just trying to get across with all these little subtle things, especially with him showing that it was French soldiers that invaded thing. Like, he did that on purpose. Like, he did that purposely. What the French did too. Right? So, I don't know. There was a lot of good things that came out of this movie to me. And I really enjoyed it and I really liked it. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm looking forward to it coming on Disney Plus. And
I'll watch it
again, yo. So I don't know, you guys got anything else to say?
You see, people were trying to make it like a thing like blacks versus Mexicans. People were trying to say that they're putting blacks versus Mexicans against each other.
See, but the funny thing is, there was even people on TikTok coming out like Latino people being like, "Thank you, Ryan Coogler." And it's funny because Neymar
showed light to the Aztecs.
Neymar even says it in the movie.
Yeah.
Like how he's like a Spanish conquistador came, gave us smallpox, gave us all these diseases.
That's exactly right.
He was the one that gave me my name. He called me the devil without love, right? So he was talking about how like Spanish is an evil language. It wasn't even our language because they're like Aztecs. That is actually what happened. Like that's
history.
That's literally
right
history. Like about it being erased and Spanish kind of like being like the main thing, but it's actually not. And that's why even when you see like when Naki is trying to find Namor and she's talking to the girl and that old lady in Mexico, you see the font is different when it goes from Talocan language to just Spanish. Right? Showing that distinction in the language and how like they kind of had to Bro, there's so many layers. And even like this girl on TikTok was like breaking all this down about I'm Latino and like there's like, you know what I mean? Like there's bad things that there's so many layers in this movie. Like it was amazing. Like and like Ryan Coogler just did his fucking history homework. Like crazy when he was doing this.
You could tell.
All right, so we'll end the Wakanda review there.
Good movie. Really good movie. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.